Hello, beautiful people. If you're new here, I'm Nicole and I am an English teacher. In today's video, we are going to be looking at quite a confusing topic in English, gerunds and infinitives. If you've ever wondered or asked yourself why we say, I enjoy reading, but we say, I want to read, but we can't say, I want to reading. Don't worry, you're not alone. This is a very common error or confusing section for a lot of students. But by the end of this video, you are going to understand when to use gerunds, when to use infinitives, and some of the common mistakes behind them. So grab a notebook and let's get started. A gerund is a verb that ends with ing, but it functions as a noun. I'm going to use swim as an example here. So if we take swim, which is a verb, and we add ing, swimming, it can become a gerund, but with context. For example, swimming is excellent exercise. If you ask yourself who or what is the subject in the sentence, it is swimming. So even though it comes from a verb, it is functioning as a noun. Let's take a look at some more examples. Cooking relaxes me after work. Traveling broadens the mind. Learning English takes patience. You can see that all of these activities are acting as nouns. They are not the verb. Let's compare two simple sentences so that you can see the difference quite clearly. Running keeps me healthy. I am running to stay healthy. In the first sentence, running is acting as the noun, the gerund, and in the second sentence, running is acting as the verb, the actual action that we are doing. This is a very important difference. Now let's have a look at infinitives. Infinitives are the base verb with the word to in front of it. For example, to learn, to eat, to drive, to travel. For example, I hope to visit Scotland one day. She wants to improve her pronunciation. They decided to move closer to work. The infinitive tells us what someone wants, plans, hopes, and decides to do. Gerunds are very commonly used at the beginning of a sentence. Not always, but common. For example, painting relaxes me. Watching documentaries teaches you a lot. Practicing every day improves your English. If you see this, this essentially is showing us that even though we're using a verb, it is not the verb. Painting relaxes me. Relaxes is the verb. Watching documentaries teaches you a lot. Teaches is the verb. Let's have a look at a side-by-side comparison. Gardening is fun. We are saying the hobby is fun. Hiking is good exercise. The activity is good exercise. Singing improves confidence. The class improves your confidence. Some verbs are almost always followed by gerunds. For example, it would be enjoy, avoid, suggest, consider, keep, and mind. Let's use these verbs in some example sentences. So we could say, I enjoy learning new languages. She avoided answering the question. They suggested moving the meeting to an earlier time. I considered buying a larger vehicle. He keeps forgetting his keys. And do you mind closing the window? A common mistake here is I enjoy to learn English. We actually want to say I enjoy learning English. This also just comes to that memory game, remembering that enjoy is usually led up with a gerund. I enjoy learning. I enjoy swimming. Now let's look at some common verbs that prefer infinitives. Decide, hope, want, plan, agree, and promise. Let's use these verbs in some example sentences. Well, not verbs, infinitives. She decided to stay home. I hope to improve my speaking skills. She wants to become a teacher. They plan to renovate their kitchen. He agreed to help us. I promise to call tomorrow. Some verbs, though, can use both forms. And this is where it gets super tricky because unfortunately it is a memory game. There's no simple way to have rules around it. It's more about practicing and remembering which ones prefer and can use different forms and which ones can use the same forms. I'm going to use like, love, hate, and start as examples here. I like reading before going to bed. I like to read before going to bed. She loves dancing. She loves to dance. He hates waiting in traffic. He hates to wait in traffic. We started discussing the project. We started to discuss the project. All of these sentences communicate the exact same thing, but some of them are using a gerund and some are using infinitives. But with these, either form is acceptable. This is one of the easiest rules. After a preposition, use a gerund. Let's have a look at some examples. Thank you for helping me. She is interested in learning English. They left without saying goodbye. If you're ever stuck, you can try this simple rule, whether it be in an exam or while you're speaking. Infinitives often are describing an action that will happen in the future. For example, I want to learn. I plan to move. I hope to travel. The action hasn't happened yet. Where on the other hand, gerunds are discussing the action in general, no specific time frame. For example, I enjoy cooking. She loves reading. We practice speaking. You're talking about the activity itself. Although I will say this trick is not perfect, but in most cases it can be helpful. So that is the differences between gerunds and infinitives. I really hope this video has helped you understand the differences, when to use different ones, and when either one can be used, when it's interchangeable. If you'd like to, you can add a sentence in the comment section with using a gerund or infinitive, and I'll let you know if they were correct. Be cool, not a fool. Subscribe for more English tips and hit that notification bell so you never miss a future video. If you'd like one-on-one classes with me, you can scan the QR code on the screen or click the link down in the description. I create personalized plans that are tailored to your needs. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one.